This is how a child starves, and in Gaza that's a result of war. The damage to children who survive can be lasting, nutrition experts say. More than 1 million Gazans face the most extreme form of malnutrition, classed as catastrophe or famine. Majd Salim, aged 7 months, is one of them. He's from northern Gaza, where UNICEF says 1 in 3 children are acutely malnourished or suffering from wasting. Majd was being treated for a chest infection in the neonatal ICU at Kamal Adwan Hospital in northern Gaza. He was born on November 1st at a healthy weight of 7.7 pounds.
At 6 months old, his weight had barely changed to 8.4 pounds, says his mother, Nisreen Al-Khatib.
She was forced to flee Israeli bombardment early in the war.
ردوا حليب فيش إشي في السوق نشتريه كان بسبب الحصار وهو فيش حليب نوع جيد أشرب وياه فكنت المتوفر في السوق أشرب وياه إيش من نوع كل مرة أعطي حليب شكل بس الحليب كمدعم ما بدعموش بإشي على الفاضي.
Gaza has the most households in the world at the most extreme stage of food poverty. That's according to the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, or IPC, a global partnership which measures food insecurity. It classifies levels of hunger in 5 categories, the worst of which is famine, which the IPC says faces more than 1 million of Gaza's inhabitants. Israel's foreign ministry in late May issued a detailed statement questioning the IPC's methods of analysis, which it said omitted measures Israel had taken to improve access to food in Gaza. The IPC declined to comment. The Israeli military invaded the Strip in response to the deadly October 7th cross-border assault by Hamas on Israel. The Israeli assault has destroyed swathes of Gazan farmland. In the early days of the war, Israel imposed a total blockade on Gaza. It later allowed some humanitarian supplies to enter, but is still facing international calls to let in more. The International Criminal Court's prosecutor last month accused Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his defense minister of starving civilians as a method of warfare.
It will cast an everlasting mark of shame on the international...
Netanyahu called that a moral outrage of historic proportions and said Israel is fighting in full compliance with international law. Kogat, an Israeli Defense Ministry agency tasked with coordinating aid deliveries into Palestinian territories, did not respond to a request for comment for this story. It can take months for the international measurement system to declare a famine, but the first damage to a child's body is counted in days. A child's brain develops at its fastest rate in the first 2 years of life. If they don't starve to death or die from illness due to their weakened immune system, growth and development may be delayed, a nutrition advisor at UNICEF told Reuters. A Save the Children expert said harm to the immune system and cognitive and physical development could be long-term, as well as to their ability to absorb good nutrition. In North Gaza, the main cause of acute malnutrition is the lack of variety in the diets of children and pregnant and breastfeeding women, according to a report in February by a group of humanitarian agencies led by UNICEF. Khatib said she couldn't find good quality baby formula or clean water to mix it. So she fed Majd various types of powdered feed mixed with rainwater or brackish water from Gaza's polluted wells.
بتحس أحيانا دائما صدره تعبان لأنه فيش تغذية كويسة. معه إسهال صار بسبب تغيير الحليب، تغيير أنواع الحليب صار عنده سوء إسهال. فيش تقدم في صحة الطفل بالمرة.
Ahmed Al-Kahlout, the nurse who heads the unit, said Majd's infection was due to malnutrition. Susceptibility to infections typically increases after 2 weeks with insufficient food.
بسبب سوء التغذية اللي كان عند الطفل لا توجد مناعة فأي عدوى يحصل لها الطفل من مراكز اللواء الذي يمكث فيها الطفل تصيب الطفل بهذه الالتهابات الرئوية الحادة في الصدر. طبعا لما أنت الأم مرضعة أو تعطي ابنها تحضر حليب من هذه المياه السامة التي تكونت ترسبت فيها المواد الكيميائية منذ فترة، غير ذلك بسبب الصواريخ التي تضرب على قطاع غزة ومدينة غزة تؤثر على هذه المياه الجوفية، تؤثر على صحة الأطفال.
The plight of Gaza's children is part of a broader rise in extreme hunger as conflicts intensify around the world, including in South Sudan and Mali. International organisations reported that more than 36 million children under 5 were acutely malnourished around the world last year, nearly 10 million of them severely.